Welcome back to the Lockroad Chronicles. My name is Larissa, and today's reading vlog, we are reading The Wedding People. Finally! I'm not centered. Oh, that didn't work out at all. Let me scooch a little. We're starting The Wedding People. I am kind of nervous about this one just because I've also just been reading a lot of contemporary and literary fiction, and I'm nervous I'm going to burn out on it and I won't get to rate this one maybe as highly as I would have without reading it. Also because of just like the content surrounding it too. It's not a trigger warning for me, but there is thoughts of suicide in this too. So go into that with caution if that is something that is sensitive for you. Pretty much the premise is our main character. She ends up booking a room at this hotel in Newport to unalive herself. And every other person in this hotel is there for a wedding. And she ends up meeting the bride, I think tells the bride or something like that. Bride finds out and she says, absolutely not on my big weekend. It's an unlikely friendship, but I just read the first page and I really like the writing. I was kind of hooked. I was debating on reading this because this is on my July TBR and I have been putting it off so much and I almost picked up a different book. I'm reading this one. We'll see how it goes. I am kind of nervous, but excited. I hear a lot of people absolutely love this book, including some of you on here too, you've told me. Because what if I don't love it? And I don't love when I don't love things that other people love. It's quite rude of me, honestly. I don't think that will be the case. I mean, even the first, like I said, the first page, I read it and I just like kept going. I'm like, oh, this is good. Let's read now. I'm gonna put on an ambiance. Trigger warning also for fertility issues. As a big proponent of a spreadsheet of fun, who wouldn't want a spreadsheet of fun? People just go and like hope for the best that they hit all the things that they want to do and all the place has to offer in a timely fashion, flying by the seat of your pants. No way. Spreadsheet of fun for me. I'm so heartbroken and devastated for her. She just went through a very traumatic time yet again. Her and her husband talked about doing a lavish, rich vacation, and there was this place that she's always wanted to go that she's seen in all the travel magazines. It's in Newport, in case you didn't gather that. That's what her Excel spreadsheet of fun was about, was all the things to do there and the place to stay. And yes, it's expensive, but they just went through something very traumatic after a long time. And instead, he goes, let's just go to the Ozarks again. And they've always gone to the Ozarks, usual vacationing place. And while she likes it there and likes the hiking there, she needs something else. He hasn't even considered her feelings in this and the things that she needs right now and the support that she needs right now. And I get it that they both need it, but she needs it more. She needs it a little more than he needs it. It just like makes me so angry and it makes me want to cry how inconsiderate a partner can be. I pray that this love will never find me. I remember seeing a TikTok about this, about how kind of Disney messed us up for expectations in love and just earning love, I guess. The mother had to die so that the girl started in a place of desperation because that's what the story was always about. That's why she liked them. Watch the good girl grow up, watch the girl try very hard to get everything she wants, then watch how happy she becomes. The end. I don't know. Now, like reading that, it seems like, yeah, of course. You should put in effort to achieve your dreams. But then it's twisted in the sense of like, you don't have to be so desperate to achieve these things. I don't have an answer. Maybe I just need to accept that my life is a Russian novel. A story can be beautiful not because of the way it ends, but because of the way it's written. Always go with your gut. Always go with your gut. Oh my gosh, women's intuition. It's only 7:30 right now and we are in a severe thunderstorm watch at the moment, or warning or something. It's so dark out. I like this ambiance. Also, this candle smells amazing. It's coconut mahogany. I think my mom got it for me for Christmas and I've been saving it for the summer. Totally forgot about it. And when I pulled it out, I was like, oh dang, it smells good. Normally I don't like a coconutty base candle, but the mahogany ties it in together. It's very summery and I want to be there. I want to be where that screen is, on a beach where there's waves, on a little cottage having a New England summer. Also, the betrayal that also happened. You think you know people. My father owned landfills. Gary is a gastroenterologist. Totally different jobs, but my mother is still like I said, they're both in waste management. That's actually really funny. She wonders if this is the difference between growing up with and without a mother. Having a mother helps you believe that everybody wants to hear every little thing you think. Having a mother helps you speak without thinking. It allows you to trust in your most awful self, to yell and scream and cry, knowing that your mother will still love you by the end of it. In her teens, Phoebe was regularly astonished by how awful her friends were to their mothers, and mothers just took it because the mothers knew that sometimes they were awful too. The mothers had made their own mistakes. I was a complete brat to my mother. I was horrible. They're just gabbing in Phoebe's room. Oh, it's Phoebe and Lila. I don't think I ever said that. Phoebe is our primary protagonist and Lila is the bride. Gabbing and gossiping about Lila's family in Phoebe's beautiful view of a room. Female friendships, I mean, I know they're not technically friends yet, but just like female friendships are just so dang important. Just human connection in general, and I feel like that's going to be a very big theme, having the support and the human connection. It takes place, I think, a year or two after lockdown happened, so the pandemic is brought up a little bit. You know, we joke about wanting to be alone and isolated and recharge and stuff. Having community and interaction with other people is just so freaking important. That and sunlight and water. Water, sunlight, and connection. I'm enjoying it. I like the little quips. I like their conversation. There are no chapter numbers, which I'm kind of annoyed at. I hate when books do that. But I'm on page 77, and it was raining pretty good. We've been getting some lightning and some thunder. I'm gonna go to bed. I have to go to work tomorrow. A therapist saying that to somebody is very wild and very unprofessional. Oh my gosh. 3 a.m. The grief hour, the demon hour, the hour that wakes you up when you have excess cortisol in your body. I'm gonna pretend that it's the witching hour. That's why I wake up at 3 a.m. because I'm a witch. But that is how it happens, she realizes. One moment of pretending to be great leads to the next moment of pretending to be great, and 10 years later, she realizes she spent her entire life just pretending to be great. I'm all for fake it till you make it, but also being authentic and real with yourself too. Hello. I'm so sorry you can hear my neighbor mowing their lawn. Let's just do a quick little catch up. I just finished eating dinner. I already did my walk for the day. I was reading outside for a little bit too. My landlord had to stop by. I am going to continue to read because I have no plans. They went out on a boat. There was an emotional moment on the boat, and I'm happy she got some peace with that. Just the freedom of anonymity, as well as the freedom of just not caring what people think about you. Yeah, she's having that freedom, and I love that for her. The hotel that they're staying at, they turn all the books around so the pages are turned out. Like, you don't see the spines or the books or anything, and they're like, free the books! And then there was this quote here. Why is she always trying to reduce people? Squeeze them into these knowable tiny boxes where there is room for only 1 or 2 personality traits. Nobody is ever like anything all of the time. We are all a lot of different things. And it's great. I mean, take me for instance. I have so many interests, so many hobbies, so many friends in each of those hobbies that know me from different hobbies. The reader, I am the piano player, I am the pickleballer, I am the volleyball player, I am the weightlifter. So many, many things, and we can be everything all at once. Yeah, I agree. Like, we definitely do reduce people down to 1 or 2 things and put them in that box, whereas we are so much more than that. And I think I might go sit outside again. It's really nice out, and I'm so happy out there. So I think I'm gonna go lay in the hammock. I just lit this candle too. Dang it! And I put on Ambiance. I also need to start the dishwasher. So everywhere I'm gonna go is gonna be super noisy. We either get lawnmower or dishwasher. Up to you guys. Just kidding, because I already made that choice. We're going outside. I also forgot to say, this morning my Oura Ring said, you have experienced more stress today than usual. And I looked at the times, and last night we had a really big thunderstorm. It was also garbage and recycling day this morning, so everybody brings theirs out the night before. And the wind was wild last night. Somebody's recycling from up the road blew into everybody's yard. I had probably 12 to 15 water bottles in my yard with some like packaging and just other junk and recycling. And those were the spikes, is when I opened my window, saw how much garbage was in my yard. Both of my cans were tipped over, but all of my stuff stayed in. So like, I'm better than whoever that was. Anyway, so that was my stressful activity that spiked my Oura ring to be like, you were under a lot more stress than usual today. So stupid. Again, sorry for the lawnmower. This is in reference to Lila's bridesmaids and her friends. Ever since I arrived here, I've had this feeling that we're just pretending to still be friends, reenacting the friendship the way it used to be when we were actually close. And then Phoebe is having this thought. Her presence had somehow become irrelevant to her own husband, and how are people supposed to tolerate that kind of pain? How are you supposed to go from being the center of someone's world to being irrelevant, to sobbing in your best friend's arms unthinkingly, to being afraid to call them after your father dies? She too was caught unprepared by that kind of loss. Abby is starting to understand that on some nights Lila is probably the loneliest girl in the world, just like Phoebe. And maybe they are all lonely. Maybe this is just what it means to be a person. Constantly reckon with being a single being in one body. Maybe everybody sits up at night and creates arguments in their head for why they are the loneliest person in the world. I love all of the discussions between women of different ages, or like a lot of an age gap between different women's connections that they feel with one another, but also the life lessons that they have to give to one another. Just so impactful. I just love when women. So Patricia is talking about this nude painting that she had done of herself. When Patricia realized that's exactly how she would feel when she was 90, that she was too young and beautiful at 60 not to have been naked all of the time. The point was to be standing there in the garden, knowing he was considering me, every muscle, every vein, to be fully seen like that, to be fully myself in front of someone else and not be ashamed one bit, to feel proud actually. That saved me. But let me be clear, not for myself. I didn't want to be saved for myself. Nobody does. All we want is permission to stand there naked and be our damned selves. Go off. Snaps for Patricia. So it is what it is. Imperfect, unfinished forever. We just have to move on, call it a masterpiece, even if it's not, and start working on a new goddamn painting. I suppose I didn't realize that's what it would feel like getting older. It is all about moving on, saying goodbye to whomever you thought you were, whoever you thought you would be. Life lessons, guys. I'm currently eating my bedtime cereal, and then I'm gonna get ready for bed. I just got back from Costco. I put all my groceries away. I mainly just got my meat, like my chicken, my ground beef, my eggs. It started off as just a regular trip. Guess who got a Ninja Creamy? Oh no. I'm really excited though. I love ice cream. It is my passion. I love it so much. And I also love mix-ins with my ice cream. Problem is, the mix-ins that are typical ice cream I can't have because they have gluten. So like, I love cookies and cream, s'mores, just anything in there, but I can't eat pretty much every mix-in that is available. I'm not lactose intolerant by any means, or consume too much like milk or dairy products. My stomach does get a little uncomfy. And now this way I can make it with Lactaid. I'm really excited, but I'm also just, why am I this way? I can't bear the thought of spending $20 on new curtains. I can buy a Ninja Creamy. Granted, yes, I've been thinking about it for years, but still, like, for me to still not have bought new curtains for the living room or pillow shams for my other pillows, and then just go and purchase a Ninja Creamy. Make it make sense. I do, in fact, have a cold, and I'm really upset about it. I'm so sad. My Oura ring this morning woke me up and said I had like mild symptoms. I couldn't tell if my throat was scratchy the night before from wearing earplugs or something. Like, I thought maybe just I slept funny on it, and I didn't sleep with earplugs last night, and my other side of my throat was just hurting so bad. I mean, I feel fine. I feel a little run down and a little tired. My ring told me to take it easy. So it does actually notify you when you're sick, which is pretty cool. So I'm just gonna lay here and read. Oh, poor Jim. That is really sad. I'm such a bummer. Does she regret planning such a big wedding? Does she feel proud of her choices? Does she feel trapped in the spectacle of her own making? And how did weddings get like this? How did they get so big, come to be so important that a woman couldn't see her way out of it? That a woman would sacrifice her entire life for it? Again, I love a wedding, but I don't want one. Oh, I'm so proud of her. She's making moves. She's doing things. I should do things. I really hope that this goes how I'm hoping it's gonna go. I feel like it's set it up quite nicely, but I don't know how we go from here, you know? But we're on Saturday, the rehearsal dinner. I would love to be a How would I play this? I would love to be a winter keeper or just a house sitter. Oh, but the issue is I want to be there when it's nice there. Yeah, if I was like a cabin keeper here, I would still have to experience winter here, and I don't want to do that. Like if somebody loved the winters up here and had a house down south that they didn't go to in the winter, I would do that and we would just flip-flop. I want that. I want to be the snowbird. Jim, what are you doing? But I hope you do it. I'm so proud of Jim. Yay, Jim. It seems truer to say that friendship is just hard. It requires radical honesty, a kind of openness that she felt for the first time in her life that night she arrived at the hotel. So free and unburdened by anything, so ready to leave this world. But now she is no longer free. She is a person at this wedding, and the responsibility of being a good friend have already started to change her. Get the F out of here. Unwanted. Go away. F off, dude. No, Phoebe, be strong. Be strong. We're on Sunday, the wedding. I do need to go fold my last load of laundry and then probably get ready for bed. 34 pages left. We're gonna make our first Ninja Creamy, and I just wanted to update you guys before we review the rest of the book. So I'm gonna make a s'mores one, filled up to the freeze full line or just below it with my milk, a scoop of my Legion vanilla protein powder, and 2 tablespoons of sugar-free vanilla pudding. And then somebody on TikTok said to like put the marshmallows in first. So we're gonna do that. Hopefully it mixes in well, because I would have just done it as a mix-in. I have my gluten-free graham crackers, and then I'm gonna do some mini chocolate chips that have just been sitting in my fridge for a long time. And I've had this on the counter for, well, it was supposed to be for like 5 to 10 minutes. It's probably been out there for close to 20 now. Here. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, cool. And then I'm gonna do ice cream. Everybody's been doing light ice cream and it makes it like a soft serve. I'm not a soft serve gal. We start, press, okay. That took 2 minutes. It's really loud, guys. It's crumbly, which I was expecting. I'm gonna crumble these up and then we'll do the mix in. And I might put a little splash of milk in there because it is a little crumbly. I did the mix-ins. You guys, we have s'mores. We have s'mores. Oh my, and it's hard serve. It's hard serve. Okay, taste test. I kind of put a lot of mix-in in. Whoops. All right. For my first attempt, it's good. I think I used too much protein powder. I think next time I'm gonna do half scoop. I'm so happy. I think the Fairlife vanilla protein shake would be a much better alternative. That seems to be like what everybody uses. We did it! You're my best friend. All right, we have finished The Wedding People. I really enjoyed this. I loved it so much. I know my reading wrap up for July has come out already, so if you haven't checked that out, that gives kind of like the summary of what I thought as well. Had a great time with it. I thought it brought up a lot of beautiful conversation around friendships and leaning on your community and building those friendships, as well as the different age gaps between how you connect to others and become friends with that too. Life lessons that people of different ages can give you and give you insight on. Discussion around depression and suicidal thoughts I thought was very important, and I feel like it was handled delicately or realistically in my opinion. Correct me if I'm wrong. Show me some grace with that. That is something I have thankfully never suffered with. The commentary on all of it was very well done. I appreciated the light that was shed on there and the messaging to Phoebe taking charge of her life and making those changes, effort and doing it and going after the things that she wants, and also just her openness and the freedom of being open to those around her, just because she's like, why should I try hiding this anymore? I thought it was very well written. Holy crap, was it well written. The writing style, I cannot wait to read more from this author. This also makes me want to go to Newport, and it's so funny because I thought the dusk was closer. Okay, well, I guess we'll sit up straight. When I first started reading this, I was watching one of Sarah Caroli's vlogs, and she went to Newport, Rhode Island, and was reading this too. Reading about the stuff in here, as well as watching her experience it too, was so cool. I really want to go to Newport now. I would love to do that walkway thing that they were talking about in all the little shops and stuff. Definitely recommend if those trigger warnings do not trigger you. I had a great time with it. Well, if you want to check out any other reading vlogs or other bookish content, feel free to subscribe to the channel, as well as like this video. I would really appreciate it. And with that being said, respect others, respect yourself, and do something amazing with your day. Thanks, bye.